Lance Omar, also known by his artist name Lancey Foux, is a 26-year-old rapper who grew up in Newham, East London. In an interview with Goat.com, he compares Newham to Harlem, Newham being one of the top 10 most dangerous boroughs in London, and therefore, unsurprisingly, this environment melded the sounds which Lancey would project in his music. Lancey also stating that life and his experiences are the biggest inspiration for him, and that life adds a lot to his music. Lancey started his music career around 2015. His first music consisted of freestyles which he would do on the free YouTube beats in his bedroom. Lancey stated that he would take inspiration from the Ugandan and Congolese music his father would play around the house and in the car. He also states Future, Gucci Mane, Prince, Michael Jackson, David Bowie, Skunk Anansi, Pharrell and Tyler the Creator to have inspired him around this time. Lancey enjoyed making music and would continue to practice his craft. In this process, he would eventually have his first studio sessions, which he was led to by a friend.
He booked at the studio because he has an artist, one of my OGs. So when I've gone there, his artist has not made a single song. So for 10 hours, he hasn't made no song. I've gone in, I'm like, what going on, brother? You good? He's like, yeah, I'm just making a hook. I'm like, what? How long? He's like, no, just do your thing. So I went on YouTube. I just snatched out 3 beats. Just on like a whim.
Lancey's music interpolates a range of different inspirations, ranging from grime and Atlanta trap to punk, R&B and indie rock. Lancey often has a mysterious ambiguity to who he is with his online presence. However, in this video I'm going to do my best to shed light on who Lancey is and what he has achieved in his career. The same year, in September of 2015, the year which he had first started rapping, Lancey would release his debut studio EP, Pink. This EP boasted a clear, distinct style and was posted and featured on Hood Tapes, a UK site which features mixtapes for artists to gain traction. In this album, we could see the initial signs of the direction in which Lancey would develop his sound. His raspy melodic rapping, accompanied by ethereal beats with loud 808s, would catch the attention of many, and Lancey had built a foundation of what to expect from him. Lancey continued to develop his sound, and worked even more, releasing his sophomore album, Teen Scum, only 2 months after his EP Pink. Whilst his sound still being somewhat rough, you could see the potential and his vision of where he was going to go with his sound. Over the next 2 years, Lancey would release more SoundCloud singles, and in July 2017, Lancey would release his album First Day at Nursery, which he collaborated with producer Nigel. This album featured songs such as Wild Goat, which had other prominent artists from London featured on it, such as AJ Tracey, Koji Radical and Javon, this giving Lancey more buzz and helping him attain more popularity in the UK music scene. After the release of his collaborative album First Day at Nursery, Lancey would release another album which demonstrated him to further break the boundary of his sound as an artist. His album Too Far Alive was released in early 2018, being his 3rd studio album. However, this album cannot be found on streaming services anymore, for reasons which are unknown. Nonetheless, this album offered a sound which was more introspective, with Lancey showing in songs like Soldier the fact that he can produce a diverse range of sounds, and isn't an artist who can be restricted to one sound. Lancey does this effortlessly, while still having an accessible sound for fans of trap, with songs like Action Man and A Lot of Ice. Pink 2, the sequel to his debut EP, was released 3 months after Too Far Alive, and cemented Lancey's status as an artist who is unparalleled in the UK scene, as many UK artists limit themselves to the sound of what is trending. But Lancey on the other hand sonically challenged this norm, with songs such as Could Walk and Starstruck. Moreover, this album featured grime legend Skepta on the song Died Twice, which was a hit and allowed Lancey to break through into the eyes of the mainstream. After this, Lancey went on tour with Skepta on his SK Level Europe tour, which meant he could gain even more traction and popularity, which led to him gaining modelling gigs and being able to perform in the US at the popular hip-hop festival Rolling Loud. In 2019, Lancey made a website titled Cultcaine.com. This was named after his alias, which he used to describe his alter ego. This website is no longer in use, but when it was being updated, Lancey would use the website to upload teasers of songs, and he also released 4 new songs through this method, titled Close to Me, Trippin', Shimon, and Shroom Vision. Lancey announced this project in early 2019, and the album was released in December of 2019. This album has without a doubt been Lancey's most successful album to date, and shows Lancey to have found his sound. the album featuring a soundscape which was as diverse as ever, with Lancey opening up about his emotions to his listeners, portraying himself to be incomparable in his sonic diversity to other UK artists. This album also featured his breakthrough hit India, which would give Lancey the attention of more people all across the globe, with this being Lancey's most viewed music video with over 1 million views. However, Lancey stated in an interview with Goat.com that he doesn't particularly like the song, as it doesn't actively demonstrate what he wants to achieve with his music. In early 2021, in March, Lancey would surprise drop a mixtape titled First Degree. This album had 11 tracks, with 2 of my favourite songs by Lancey being on the track list, Don't Talk and Don't Trust Me. This mixtape showed Lancey silencing those who would make comparisons of him to Playboi Carti, a US rapper who similarly pushes the boundaries of rap. Lancey stating in an interview with Enemy that he won't let people disrespect his art for the sake of comparison. In my opinion, there is a distinct difference between the two, and in this tape, Lancey makes that known. Only a month later, Life and Boredom by Lancey Foux was released, which further exemplified the diversity and boundary-pushing nature of Lancey as an artist. Lancey speaking about his mental state and reflecting on himself in this 3-track EP, revealing struggles in his own life and his battle with these over unique heavenly beats with heavily reverberated drums. In late 2021, Lancey would release his second mixtape following First Degree and Life and Boredom's release, with this project only acting to further demonstrate Lancey Foux' artistry and the fact that he's an artist who is unmatched in the underground at the moment and has most certainly made his mark. In my opinion, I believe that Lancey, with time, will only further break through the boundaries of who he is as an artist, and he will grow to a colossal status and be widely recognised for his talents in music. And he has stated that he plans on building a team, not just for music, but also fashion, videography and the arts in general, and I believe this holds great promise for Lancey. I saw Lancey live at Wireless a few weeks back and it was amazing. It was clear everyone there loved him, and the fans were passionate about his music, whether that be through singing along to his somber songs or moshing to his harder tracks. Unsurprisingly, I believe that Lancey has the ability to dominate the globe and further project his artistry.